Hello, welcome back to Mind Your Hormones. I just love doing episodes like this because I know it is so important for you specifically listening to this to see what is possible. Because if you are someone who has been trying to conceive, whether it's been a couple months or a couple years or many years, like it could feel like it's never going to happen. You could feel super defeated. You could feel like because you're over 35 or you're over 40, it can't happen for you. You could feel like, because you have been trying so long, it's never going to happen. And I love sharing these examples because I want to give you that hope that you might not be getting from anywhere else, and to really just see like what is possible when you apply this method. Like truly, like that's really what it is. But I got messages, 3 clients messaged me in less than 7 days that they were pregnant. And if you've listened to this podcast for a while, you have heard me talk about that before. I've done another episode like this where 3 clients have messaged me actually in less than 48 hours that they were pregnant. So this is like not something new for me. This is not out of the ordinary. This is not like, holy shit, like this is such a coincidence. This is crazy. Like this is the norm, but I love to continuously share it because I want you to see like, oh, okay, if it's possible for her, it could definitely be possible for me. Obviously, I don't know your specific situation, but this is the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go through like these 3 specific women, what was going on with them before they actually got pregnant, to really, and also I'm going to tell you like what they did not do to help prepare themselves for pregnancy and to help them actually get pregnant, and what they did instead. So these 3 women, one of them was 43 years old. She was 42 when she joined, and then she turned 43 a couple weeks later. So she got pregnant at 43 years old with her first child, which I'm leading with that one because this day and age, like we're told, okay, when you're over 35, which I'm 35 right now, it's considered a geriatric pregnancy, which is so crazy. But really, like you could think if you're like 36 or 7, 30, 39, 40, 41, 42, it's like, oh, I can't get pregnant. I'm too old. This woman was 43 years old. She's currently 12 weeks pregnant as like a few days ago. So maybe she's doing 13 weeks at this point. At the time of this recording. And she got pregnant at 43 years old. That was the first pregnancy. And she was trying to conceive for 3 months prior to joining. So she joined in November of 2024. She was trying for 3 months before that. She decided to join the Mind Your Hormones method. And then she got pregnant 2 cycles later. And she's now 12 weeks pregnant. She messaged me. She was like, actually, I was thinking of messaging you to ask you about like exercise recommendations while pregnant. And I realized I never even told you I was pregnant. I'm like, I'm 12 weeks. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you have to tell me. If you're listening to this and you're a client and you have not told me you're pregnant yet, please message me. But anyway, so that was her situation. She tried to see for 3 months before joining. She joined, she got pregnant 2 cycles later, and she's 43 years old. So like that one was just like, yes, I love it. So I love all of them, obviously, but like I just love showing that just because you're over 35 doesn't mean your eggs are shit, you have ovarian failure, like all this stuff that people could be scaring you into when you go to the doctor. Like you could literally be told you could be going to the doctor at this age and they're just immediately going to tell you to do Lysol, letrozole or Clomid or IVF or whatever, when it's like maybe that might be the case down the road if need be. But I mean, I would 100% do a lot of other things to prep your body naturally first to see if, okay, can we naturally get pregnant? And then if not, okay, then we're like way more prepared for medical interventions, which I always talk about this too. We'll get to that in a second. But that was the first situation. So let me just go through all these first, and then we'll go back to what they didn't do and what they did do. So that's the first client. The next one was, let's see, how many, she just found out she's pregnant. She sent me the pregnancy test. She just found out she's pregnant. She did not ovulate in January. Like she's tracking her baseline temperature. Her baseline temperature never went up. So she did not ovulate in January. Then in February, she was spotting for 2 to 3 weeks straight, and she couldn't figure out why and what the hell was going on. So she was like, okay, that's when she decided to join the Mind Your Hormones method. She started applying everything right away. So she joined that in February. And then she just messaged me she was pregnant at the very beginning of April. So very shortly after. And the reason why I love this example too for you is like, a lot of people when they say they're not ovulating, they're freaking out. Like, holy shit, what's going on? Da, da, da. There's a reason why you're not ovulating. And the way to get yourself to ovulate again is not to just, okay, let's just take a medication to trigger ovulation. Or let's just, okay, I mean, I'm not ovulating. Like, let me just take progesterone cream. Like, that is not going to help you ovulate and get down to the root cause of the problem. She realized she wasn't ovulating, and right away she's like, okay, let me try and get down to the root cause of this, which is why she started ovulating again. She started ovulating again very quickly after, because the sooner you catch things, the sooner you're able to, like, quote unquote, reverse them and heal them. The longer things have been going on and going unaddressed, obviously the longer it's going to take to heal it, right? Doesn't mean that you can't heal it. Of course you can, but it's going to take a little bit longer. Like for me, I didn't have a period for a full 2 years. I had a period 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4 times a year for a decade before that. So like, it took me a long time to get things going back up again. Number one, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I was throwing shit at the wall, seeing what stuck. Like, I didn't have something like the Mind Your Hormones method because it just didn't exist at the time to like follow. So I like could just go from point A to point B a lot more quickly. But I I had a lot of healing to do. So the longer things go on, of course, the longer it's going to take, which is totally fine. Everyone's on their, their own path. But I love this example because she's like, okay, she found out she wasn't ovulating. Then she saw she was spotting. She's like, okay, I'm handling this. And then it was very quickly turned around. She got pregnant a few months later. So that's the other example. And then the third one, sent me this long email. And this was so interesting because this wasn't the first time that this happened either. It was this whole long email about like how anxious she was before she joined the Mind Your Hormones method, all these like digestive issues she had, like all these things. And she led with like, I don't have afternoon slumps anymore. I'm able to like calm myself down in real time. I don't have these anxiety attacks. I have more energy with no caffeine. I'm eating healthier and more food than ever before. I don't get head rushes anymore. My digestive system is slowly coming around. And she goes, oh yeah, and I'm pregnant. And I'm like, this is why this is so important to not just do these teas and these lubes and like the Mucinex theory and all these things to help you get pregnant, because number one, it's not helping you get pregnant, but also it's like, it's not helping you feel better along the way and improving your overall health in the process. She didn't even lead with, I'm pregnant. She led with all these other improvements that have happened on her path towards pregnancy, on her way towards boosting her fertility. She was healing the root cause of her fertility issues. And as a natural byproduct, she was also improving her overall health. So she did feel more energy. She's not anxious anymore. Her digestive system is better. She doesn't have head rushes, like all these things that she was like, not, I wouldn't say the most excited about, but she led with that because those are things that literally change your day-to-day life every single day. So yes, of course you want to get pregnant. Of course you want that positive pregnancy test and full-term healthy pregnancy, but you also want to feel better in your day-to-day life because if you're having fertility issues, you most likely have some other symptoms tied up with it, whether it's PMS, anxiety, low energy, sore boobs, cramping, cravings, hangry in between meals, you're exhausted, like, brain fog, digestive issues, like all these other things that we sometimes tend to normalize when it shouldn't be normalized. That shouldn't be your norm. And those things are tied to your fertility. So, and as again, it's not the first time this happened. A lot of times people will like lead with all these things and say, oh yeah, and I'm pregnant. And it's like, yes, that's the fucking cherry on top. And because now you feel so much better, you know that you healed yourself, you understand how to change things in your diet and your lifestyle and your supplementation to not only, yes, help you get pregnant, but also to improve your overall health and wellness so that you can feel the best that you possibly can during pregnancy, during postpartum. You could know how to then take care of yourself after. You could pass this information on to your children. Like, oh, it is just so freaking amazing. Oh, and this specific client too, this is her third child. So she was trying for months and months for her third child. She joined back in December of 2024, the Mind Your Hormones method. And she messaged me this, it was probably like the middle to end of March. No, this was all in a week's period. So yeah, it was the end of March, beginning of April. This was all like that, like end of March, beginning of April week. So yeah, these are the three different examples, and they're very three different types of clients, which is why I want to show you these examples. One was 43. I don't know how old the other two were, they didn't say, but if they were like in that 47 range, usually lead with that because they're like, holy shit. But one was 43, got pregnant with her first child. The other one got pregnant with her first child after she was not ovulating and spotting for 2 to 3 weeks straight. And the other one got pregnant with her third child. And had like a bunch of different like issues leading up to it too. And what they did not do, because a lot of times when you're, what happens is you're just trying to, because you'll do it, like, I know you, and I know that you'll do whatever it takes to get pregnant. Like, I just know that you will, which is why you try all these random things, and you're scrolling online, you're watching everybody's different TikToks and podcasts and books, and you're piecing all this shit together because you're just like, what's my next step? What should I do next? And you're feeling super overwhelmed, but you're doing the LH strips, you're doing the Mucinex theory, you're fucking around with Vitex and inositol and CoQ10, like you're putting legs up the wall for sex, you're trying the teas and the lube, and you're doing all these things. And it feels like you're doing the most, and you just don't get why you're not pregnant yet, even though you're doing quote unquote all the things. But all those things that are just listed are not what improve your fertility and help you get pregnant. So you're doing all these things, but you're not doing all the things you actually need to boost your fertility for pregnancy. None of these 3 women or any of my clients do any of those things to help them get pregnant. Like, well, they probably did it beforehand, like before working together. And then they stopped doing it once we start working together because they instead are healing the root cause of their fertility problems by optimizing the systems in their body that actually affect all of their hormones, which makes optimal fertility a natural byproduct and improving your overall health and wellness a natural byproduct. So instead of like wasting their time with these surface level strategies, they took that time and energy and put it towards things that actually fucking matter. So not only are they supporting themselves so that they can get pregnant, but their nervous system isn't as dysregulated because they have a clear plan of what to do. By the way, same goes for men's fertility, which is 40-50% of the equation, right? So like, of course, all these 3 women, their partner's sperm had to be ready to rock as well in order for it to work. And instead of wasting time with these surface level strategies, they don't do shit to heal the root cause of the problem. These women took these small daily actions that they were certain were improving their fertility rather than just guessing to shift their diet and lifestyle to one that creates a fertile as fuck environment. Like, this is what it takes. This is what it takes. So again, not only do they end up pregnant, but they feel the best they've ever felt. They understand their body. They know what matters and they know what doesn't. And they're going to be able to teach their future children this. Like, that is such a gift. Truly think about that, of how much that of a gift that is. If like you're just stuck in this rat race of the lubes and the teas and all this shit, you're not improving your overall health in the process. You're not going to be able to teach their children one day how their body works, how their cycle works if you have a girl, and how to support yourself postpartum when you then have this baby. So if you want to get pregnant in 2025, please stop fucking around with these LH strips and Mucinex and the teas and get down to the root cause of the problem with a proven, simple, and step-by-step process, which is obviously in the Mind Your Hormones method. Like, I cannot, I cannot stress this enough. Whether you are somebody who like wants to get pregnant naturally, or you're in the process of doing medical interventions, or feel like medical interventions are your next step, this needs to be your step 1. This has to be your step 1. Every single person should be able to should be able to understand their body, number 1, but should know how on a foundational level to support the systems in their body that actually affect their hormones, so their fertility at a baseline level can be optimized and improved. So then of course it's going to increase your chance of naturally getting pregnant. But then if after that you have to do medical interventions, maybe because it's a sperm issue, which a lot of my clients have their partners having sperm issues as well, so they have to do IVF or other situations, you are in such a better position for those medical interventions to then work. I do I can't, I get really heated. But if you were going to go towards medical interventions, please do this first. And if you're like, okay, like if you can't join the Mind Your Hormones method or whatever it is, at least download my free Trying to Conceive Masterclass. It's going to give you 5 strategies you could do ASAP to support your fertility, and my free training, How to Create Hormone and Blood Sugar Balance Meals. Please download those. Those are completely free. Obviously, this podcast also completely free. I have so many women messaging me from the podcast as well that their cycles improved, they've gotten pregnant. Like, I put out tons of free information because I want you to have this information. Like, there's almost 500 episodes right now on the podcast. Go binge them, go listen to them, apply them. Like, it will change your life. Like, 100% will change your life. And if you are in the place right now where you're like, of course I'm going to listen to your podcast, Corinne, because you love it, but also you're like, I'm just ready for just a plan. Like you just want to open your computer, you want to open your phone, you just want to have step-by-step the exact actions to take and why they're so important instead of trying to piece it together from different episodes or from different pieces of content or whatever. And you're just like, I just want the one plan in front of me. Like that's where the Mind Your Hormones method comes in. And you could always use code podcast for 10% off. I can't stress it enough how important it is to really understand your body and know how to do these things to either naturally get pregnant, to boost your fertility, for medical interventions, like all of it. So that's my rant for today. And that's what I wanted to just share with you so you could see what's possible. Like you could see these different situations and find yourself in them and give yourself hope that like, okay, if it's possible for them, that it could be possible for me. And also understanding too, for these women that the sperm health had to be in place as well. Because I always have to put that as like a caveat because that's 40-50% of the issue of getting pregnant. And it also contributes, like sperm health also contributes to miscarriages. So it's really, really important. And I don't want you to think that it's all on you because it's not. So get your partner on board, okay? Take two to tango, get his shit in check. Obviously, if you're in a male-female relationship, and download this free trainings. If you're ready for the Mind Your Hormones method, hop in, code podcast for 10% off. And just know that like, just trust the timing. That's like what's coming through. So just trust the timing, trust the process. And that doesn't mean like just sit back and like let it happen. Like you are an action taker and I want you to take the actions to actually get you there. But I don't want you to waste your time taking actions that don't fucking matter. Like truly that don't matter. I don't want you to waste your time, your energy, and your money on stuff that's not actually moving the needle forward for you. And that's why I do what I do. But truly, that's why I do what I do. And I'm just so grateful to be here with all of you, for you being part of this community, part of the podcast, like just, the podcast community in general, whether you are a client, whether you're not, like I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this just helped you feel like, okay, they could do it. I could do it. Like download the free trainings if you haven't yet. Hop into the Mind Your Hormones method if you're ready for it, and message me if you have any questions about anything. I'm just so grateful for you. And like, I can't wait to see what other clients, and I obviously don't share names on here because like, it's confidential, but you know who you are if you're listening to it. And also I'm always so excited to think like, oh, who's going to be next? Like, is it going to be, it could literally be you listening to this. You could be the next person that I anonymously talk about on an episode, and you could tune in and listen to it and be like, holy shit, that's me. Like, that could be you. That's the energy I want you to play with today. I want you to like, after this episode ends, I want you to, whether you're on your walk or you're like doing your laundry or whatever, I want you to like visualize like, holy shit, I could be that next conversation that she's having on the podcast. She could be talking about me and my situation and about how I'm now pregnant and I'm now 13 weeks pregnant and I'm thriving and I'm healthy. And then I send her a picture of my baby and like, I want you to play that out. I want you to be like, oh my God, I'm going to open up her Instagram and I'm going to see her share my screenshot on her stories of like, holy shit, Corinne, I'm pregnant. Like tap into that because that 100% can be, well, I don't want to say 100% because I don't know you specifically, but you know what I'm saying? That could be you. So just play into that energy. I love you so much. Thank you for being here and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for being here. If you loved this episode and learned something valuable, please share it with a friend who you think would also love it, or post it on social media and tag me so I could personally say thank you for helping me spread this important message. I am beyond grateful to be here with you. So until next time, stay intentional, stay consistent, and always mind your hormones.